please, Lyndsey.
My name's Lyndsey Craig. Hi.
Have you always lived in Palmer's Green, Lyndsey?
Yep. Lived Palmer's Green, originally down in Riverway. I don't really remember much about that, but first memories was in 49 Fox Lane, just down the road from here.
Oh gosh, so you've always lived in the area, very close. Where did you go to school, Lyndsey?
Originally primary school would be Walker, just down in by the cherry tree, and then secondary up in Ashmore and Southgate.
Gosh, so very local.
Yeah.
What did you like about Palmer's Green when you were growing up?
Good question. A lot of things. It was kind of nice because we were kind of sort of a suburban area, this kind of parts. But you know, it's very close to get into sort of the city if you want to go anywhere. You know, and quite like, I don't know. It was just everyone in the area seems pretty relaxed. Everything's, you know, really nice around here.
Was it easy to get to school? Easy to get to the parks?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good parks around here. You know, Groveland's. Broomfield Park as well. So as a kid, you know, running around and causing mayhem was, you know, not far away.
Were you ever anybody who took a boat down to the pond at Broomfield? Did you ever look at those boats?
Yeah. I still do. If you know, if I'm up early enough on a Sunday, you know, going down Broomfield Park for a walk. You know, the nice boat and lakes there. So it's have a look at the boats. So you find some people really like they go really all out for the boats.
Do you remember the big slides in the playground in the park?
Yeah, I remember before it got refurbed, the old sort of park. Yeah.
It was weird, wasn't it, when they took that playground away and everyone panicked and they thought, oh, we're not going to lose a playground there.
It was a lot softer than I remember. You know, this new park's a lot softer.
It is a lot
Took
softer.
A few hard falls on the jungle gym there. Yeah, for sure.
That was good. When you went to Walker, did you then go with lots of your friends onto Ashmore? Was it sort of a lot of the school went to Ashmore? Yeah,
Walker is it's a feeder school to Ashmore. A lot of my friends, you know, they went to sort of Latimer, and a couple of people went to Kew Boys. I didn't pass that test. I didn't even try, to be honest. So I went straight into Ashmore, where I spent my secondary school years.
Yeah, so it was. Do you come from a musical family at all?
I think so. No, I am. My dad, he was, of course, you know, big Alan Craig down in the Blues Club. He's, you know, definitely plays harmonica and guitar, as you all know. So he's, you know, a bit of an inspiration, I'll say.
Oh, that's good. So, did you play instruments as a family? Did your dad help you playing the guitar, or how did that come about?
Well, it came about. I first wanted to play an instrument. I think, you know, I was always, you know, instruments have always been around to me. With my dad, you know, listening to his music and everything like that, and all the blues and everything I was growing up on. But first came around when I went to see We Will Rock You, and this was, you know, we went to go see that, musical, you know, with my granny and granddad's, you know, for his birthday, and I asked my dad afterwards. We were walking around sort of central London. I said, you know, Dad, I'd love to play an instrument. You know, what's easier, you know, bass or guitar? Of course, you know, being a guitarist, he said the bass, but it's harder to master. He said it's hard to master. So for that Christmas, you know, Dad bought me for my first bass. And I went on from there, really. You know, started my own adaptations and my own sort of, you know, musical interests and things like that.
So did you have formal lessons?
I had to kind of get the basics, you know. I haven't had many sort of, you know, I've never done a grade. I can't read music, you know. I can look at tabs and, you know, chord structures and things like that, but that's as far as it goes. But, I had sort of formal lessons upon that, you know, just to kind of get me the basics. And from
Goodness,
there.
And then you worked on your own, really?
Yeah, pretty much, you know. And of course, you know, just playing with other people and learning off other people and just kind of bouncing ideas from each other, and just, you know, with bands and all the way up to where I am now, really.
Gosh, that's amazing. And of course you're a left-handed guitarist as well.
I am indeed. It's the proper way to play it.
Is that the proper way to play it?
Yeah, it's the proper way to play it. You know, a couple of people would agree with me. Some others wouldn't.
So was it harder to learn? Because when you had your formal teaching, did you find that useful?
Well, I never had a guitar lesson. I've always just sort of had bass lessons in the past. I've never touched a guitar lesson. I've never had someone to come in and teach me. It was the first way I learned how to play the guitar was with my dad's guitar upside down. So I was learning chords all upside down. So I was playing all these different chords. I actually got my first guitar, which is this guitar, which is left-handed, when I was 19.
Oh goodness!
So I was working in Covent Garden and just kind of first paycheck came through, went straight down to Denmark Street, and I didn't even save or anything. Like I was really broke for the rest of the month, but I went and bought my first guitar from that paycheck because I thought I had enough playing upside down.
Yeah, gosh, that must have been really hard upside down until you were 19.
Yeah, it was a good couple of years, but I kind of learned how to kind of adapt, and it was kind of like, because lots of my friends, bandmates and things like that, they're all right-handed, So I kind of got used to it, but then I thought, I had a bit of pocket, so I thought I was in central London, I worked in Covent Garden, Denmark Street's only down the road.
Was your music encouraged at school, Lyndsey? Because my children went to Ashmore, and I know that it's quite a musical school.
Yeah, it's a great school all-rounder, really. It's a really good school to go there, definitely for now. It's a massive new building. When I was there for a couple of years, it was kind of just sort of blocks, and they had a music department. But when they got the new school, they really built up this nice music department. It's really, really cool. And yeah, I kind of played with bands when I was there, and it was encouraged. It was after school. We had like a big room, and we had all the amps were there, and there was guitars and kits and things like that. So it was really encouraged upon.
So you were able to use rehearsal facilities, no problem.
Yeah, whenever we wanted. We didn't have to pay either, so it was great.
God, that was wonderful. Did you play in any of the shows there?
Yeah, we did a gig once for a Summer Fate that they had, and that was the one-off, I think. And then I went off to college.
Oh, what else? So, what did you study at college?
I studied performing arts up at the Chicken Shed Theatre.
Oh, well, that was good. So that was all rolled into one, really, wasn't it, with your music and everything?
Yeah. I thought, with the music, and I was doing quite a lot of GCSE drama, and something that I wanted to do. Was just sort of carry on the performing arts. So I thought the Chicken Shed is a great place, and I don't think I could do A levels.
That's
a lot of work.
A lot of work. So was that a BTEC?
It was a BTEC.
It was a BTEC. Yeah. No, gosh, that sounds wonderful. Did you enjoy your time at Chicken Shed? That
was great. It was one of the best 2 years of my life, to be honest. It's a real nice environment, really inclusive. We just got to just basically be creative all the time. Got to play my instruments, do shows, hang out a lot, and it was, and I got a diploma for it, so it was great. So it was really good, really good.
Oh, that sounds lovely. And it's all your education has been so local, isn't it? From Walker to Chicken Shed, it's probably
Absolutely.
Only about 3 miles between the two of them.
That's fantastic.
That's wonderful. Could you tell us a little bit about the band you were part of when you were at Chicken Shed?
Yeah, two of my classmates, a guy called Adam Kirstich and another guy called Adam Griffin, I was in class with at Chicken Shed. They were both guitarists and singers. There was a mutual friend called Rich Alexander. He was a mutual friend of Adam Kirstich, and we played around and we rehearsed and we came up with quite a few songs. Big influence, sort of pop punk and sort of punk at that time. Kind of played around a lot of the London scene, a lot of places like Camden, Islington. We kind of set up shop there for quite a number of years. Played a few rounds. Did two sort of small tours around England, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds good. So what happened to the band?
It kind of just sort of fizzled out. We still talk, we're still good mates, for a number of years, but it was never sort of one big blowout show or big band breakup or anything like that. So it just kind of sort of fizzled out. I think that kind of scene kind of, many scenes, just kind of fizzled out, and we never really carried on from there. And I think we all got jobs and we needed money. I think that was the best. I think that's what happened.
That's the story of most people's lives. So currently, how many bands do you think you play with at the moment? Because I understand, musicians generally do that, don't they? At different times. Yeah.
There's a bass player. I play with a band called the Blues Chapter, which is called left-handed band, which is the proper way to be playing it, as I stated. I fill in for a band called the Haunting AD as well. This will sort of play down. Yeah, I played a couple of weeks ago, the Christmas one. Just filled in, But no, just a couple. Always trying to keep myself busy, music-wise.
Are there any clubs or venues locally where you've obviously developed a large skill set? So are there any clubs or venues locally where you can use these skills? As
in sort of performing wise guitar?
Yeah,
you've got the St Harmonicas Blues Club down in Cannon Roads. Great place, that's a lot of... I developed a lot of just sort of knowing people and sort of a lot of playing in front of a lot of people and a sort of different music style as well. But before the Blues Club I was playing a lot of sort of rock and punk and things like that. So it's really kind of, different, broaden my horizon for music wise, which is great. I love it. We used to have the live room down in Green Lanes, which was opposite the Inn and Green. That's now, and it's gone, but that used to be pretty cool. We used to have a nice venue. Every Sunday used to be a jam night, and we played a few times down there, so it was really good.
Now, this is a hard one. Are there any things you'd have liked in Palmer's Green and Southgate as a child, and now as a young adult? Would there been something that you'd have liked when you were growing up, and something else that you might like now as a young adult?
That's a good question. I think maybe more sort of venues where sort of people can kind of go. I think a lot of the places around here, is a lot of restaurants and very overaged pubs. And if the music's on the pubs, it probably would be about 9 o'clock. You got Inn on the Green and the Fox and things like that. Kids can't go and check out music there. Possibly some sort of underage sort of clubs and stuff like that where people can perform. I know we used to do one of the Cock and Dragon up in Cockfosters, things like that. Possibly something like that would be helpful for maybe the kids if they want music.
Sort of 14 to 18 age group.
Something like that, where they can just kind of jam out and and just kind of play and just kind of feed off each other and bounce off each other. Maybe form bands or something like that as they do in school and just take the music out really.
Okay, thank you, Lyndsey.
You're welcome, thank you.